Well, if it wasn't official, it is now. Welcome to the show, the unofficial breakdown, where we talk about how bad this Leaf team is. Yeah, Leafs lose it 5-1 or whatever the hell the last, whatever the hell the score was at the end there. I don't even know if I paid attention for the last couple of minutes. But yeah, God, I don't even know where to start with this one. Let's be honest. This was a dumpster fire of dumpster fires. The season is over. I guess we're just tanking now to get every possible draft pick or trade. I don't even know what the hell is going on. I don't understand. I don't mind losing. Again, lose in a respectable fashion, at least make it look competitive. I know the Leafs played last night, but just for God's sake, just at least have some jump off the opening face-off. Make it look like you're actually trying here. Like I don't know why I subject myself to this pain of watching this team. Like the Raptors better start doing a little better. The Jays season are the Jays season needs to start really soon because I need an excuse to not watch this hockey team at this point. And yeah, the patience is running thin in Leafland. I guess I'll say that. So um yeah, I guess to start, let's be honest here. The first period was absolutely awful in every way possible. I think Florida had like 16 shots in the first period to Toronto's 4 or 5, I believe. I think actually it was 16-6, I believe. And I think that kind of just sums it up right there. They just don't have any of the offensive weapons. It's the same thing that we say every show. This team just does not have it. I don't think they want to have it. I think that there's major problems pretty much up and down this lineup. It obviously it blows my mind how you can have a team with its modified core four with your Matthews, your Nylander, Tavares, throw Nyes in there too as your core four, and yet have a team that can still play so poorly. And one of the points that was brought up on the panel tonight was the fact that it's probably very clear to Austin Matthews after being on that Olympic team that when you come back to a team like the Leafs, is that depth is a major problem on this team. Like there's no depth. There's your first core four players, and then after that, it is players who are barely even staying in the NHL. And you cannot win hockey games like that. You can't even make plays like that. I mean, you're gonna get blown out every game. They might win a couple games down the stretch here, but as far as it goes, this is just a complete write-off. I guess this show will now become Trade Center for the most part. I'll just try to keep up on the trades and hopefully we'll see some news. Hopefully some guys will be moved. Trade deadline, as I said, is coming up fast. There doesn't seem to be any real movement or anything happening, which is kind of frustrating because I want this team to be getting out in front and actually doing something. Like, again, as I said, they need a trade partner or at least partners to sort of make something happen here. And maybe there's just nobody willing to trade with the Leafs as of yet, or maybe there's some stuff in the works we just haven't seen yet. That may be the case also. But I just want to see this team have some direction. The letter they put out the other day in terms of where this hockey team is kind of didn't satisfy. It didn't really hit the mark. And this is what I'm worried about with the Leafs management in terms of like their connectivity to the fan base. It just seems like they don't really know what people are actually looking for. To come out and to say that the season's been bad because of injuries and it just hasn't been our year. Well, that's partly true. There's a kernel of truth in that, but it's not really the whole story. You just do not have the players, like the real horses that it takes to have this team be in contention for anything. So to come out and say that it's mainly injuries, like not really. You need better players. You need to have, fuck a retool. You need a rebuild. Like I'm not even in the retool, make a couple tweaks here and there. No, you got to tear this thing down, burn the house down, completely change pretty much everything about this team. That's what you have to do. I'm prepared for it because I do not want many more seasons of whatever the hell that we're watching right now. I need real fundamental radical change with this team. And they damn well better get hurry up and figure it out pretty soon in the next 6 days. I think that's what the when the deadline is. I think very close to that, anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with this team. I don't think they have the right people in place. Even with Berube too, I would be comfortable moving off of him, just trying a fresh start. Even if you get all new players for the most part, I still think his coaching system sucks. Frankly, I don't think he's the voice of what the players want on this team. Uh, Same with the fan base too. I don't think they really like him much either. No offense to Berube. I know he's Stanley Cup winning, coach, and he has a lot of accolades, but still, I just think that there's a right time, a right place, and a right team, and this is neither of those things. So you got to move on from him too. Other than that, I really don't know what to say. Your big boys tonight, Matthews had their chances. Like Matthews, Nylander had their chances. I still though, I just for a team like Florida that is seemingly beaten down and they're out of the playoffs too, they're the same as the Leafs, 6 points out as it stands right now. They just seem to want it more. Now, I don't think Florida's going to really make much of a push here. I think that they can try, and they definitely have the rings to prove that they can make the push. But still, I just when the Leafs are coming out tonight after a back to back, when you've gotten your feet wet, you're coming into a Florida team that is right where you are. There's no excuse to lose the game 5-1 like that. I don't understand it. Joseph Wall, I feel did what he could tonight. I kind of felt bad for him there. You're getting 36 whatever shots on goal. You're doing your best, but I just yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how to formulate words at this point. I'm so frustrated at watching this team. It's rough. But yeah, I mean, he did his best. I thought he had an okay game. Could have been better. Could have been worse. And yeah, Ottawa Senators on Saturday. I wouldn't be surprised if the Leafs lose that too. Maybe it'll be a bit of a closer game. It'll be at least competitive to watch. Hockey Night in Canada, obviously, Sens and Leafs, always a great one to watch. It's usually very competitive. So, especially when it's in Toronto too, it should be a good game. But I still, man, I just want this team to just do something or die quickly because it's death by 1,000 cuts right now, as we all see. So it's nothing new. I'm just preaching to the choir here, but yeah, I'll keep doing the shows. I'll still give you my horrific unofficial take of how this team is doing. And man, the Jays got to start soon. I need to start doing some Jays videos or something. Or even if the Raptors make the playoffs, hell, I'll start doing some Raptor videos. But I mean, it's just every night's going to be a loss like this. There's not much to talk about. So yeah, we'll have to maybe adjust the channel a little bit, but it is what it is. Maybe next year. Next year's our year. That's what all the AI said. AI said that the Leafs are going to win in 2027, and you know what? I mean, if they make the right moves, it's definitely trending in the right direction for them to be able to rebuild potentially and at least get to the playoffs next year. But again, that is just a faint hope at this part. So, oh well, we'll see. But if you're tuning in, I appreciate it. If you're not, you should be. I will probably not see you Saturday night because I will be hosting a party, and I don't think I'll be able to do a Leaf show very drunk after that one. But probably sometime next week, I'll see if the Leafs are still playing. So we'll see. But I'll see you next week sometime, and have a good night.